Hello, hope this finds you well. Found some motivation to make a video today, this time about the reauthorization of the Patriot Act in Congress, which the Democrats supported, and it was tied into basically kind of a larger funding package that they kind of snuck in. It was a 3-month extension of the Patriot Act, but it's another example of if the Democrats are really concerned about, President Trump being this, maniac who's out of control and just doesn't have the ability to reason or think rationally or clearly or make any type of decisions that follow that path, then why would they reauthorize the Patriot Act that gives him, his administration, these basically unlimited ability to surveil American citizens as well as citizens, in other countries around the world? Just seems very kind of suspicious to me. And there's even members of the Congressional Progressive Caucus that supported it. So Pramila Jayapal and I think it was Mark Pocan actually supported this reauthorization. The 4 members of the squad, so AOC, Ayanna Pressley, Ilhan Omar, and Rashida Tlaib, they didn't vote against it. So kudos to them for standing up to their values. So let's see. So Tlaib said, "I cannot in good conscience vote in favor of a continuing resolution that reauthorizes unconstitutional mass surveillance authorities." I mean, it's as simple as that. Like, yeah. So what you see, Pramila Jayapal and another co-chair of the Congressional Progressive Caucus, Mark Pocan, voted in favor of the funding. So it's like, and Pramila Jayapal is a representative from Washington State, the state I live in, so it's a little disappointing to hear that, but I believe that my representative, Kim Shire, probably also voted for this as well. She's definitely not very progressive in a lot of ways. So it's just another example of the Democratic Party, the Democratic establishment, even some within the Congressional Progressive Caucus, or a good chunk of them actually supporting the reauthorization for the Trump administration of unconstitutional mass surveillance of our citizens. It's just like when, a majority of the Democratic Congress people and senators voted to they supported Trump's military budgets. I think the last one, which they actually gave him tens of billions more dollars than he was actually asking, supposedly, but he's this dangerous, unstable president, and he has his finger on the button, but we would give him billions of dollars more for his military budget than he was asking. Just doesn't really make sense at all. So yes, another troubling development, but not really surprising coming from the kind of Democratic establishment and the Congressional Progressive Caucus. Shame on you, and kudos to the squad and the few other members of the Democratic Party, or even if some Republicans voted against it, kudos to them as well, because we don't need mass surveillance. It's not making us any safer. It just gives the government the tools to invade our privacy, and we can't really have real freedom if we're not sure that we're not being spied on unconstitutionally by our government. So I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Peace.